Hello everybody, today is Tuesday, July 30th. Thank you so much for watching my video. Today I had two losing trades that were both very close to being right, but I got stopped out right before the market went my way. So let's hop into the analysis and talk about what I can do better next time and how to avoid this in the future. Okay, so as you can see, if I would have entered where my stop loss was, this trade would have been successful. As you can see, I got short and I got stopped out right after, and then the market continued down without me. On this trade, if I would have entered long where my stop loss was, I also would have made money. It would have been like 8 RTY points. And this is what the market did today. As you can see, very large push down. And so I want you to pay attention to the bottom right screen. This is the 5-minute chart that I execute on. So I've identified that I want to be bearish. It looks like I'm getting in long. Like I have a long order in, because it does appear to me like maybe we're going to be in a range in the close of that 15-minute candle on the bottom left. But then I decide that I think I should get short, and I got stopped out right away. The market went right up to my stop loss on the 5-minute chart on the bottom right, got me out, and then it continued down without me. So this is second day in a row of this happening. I had 2 more trades where it hit my stop loss and went on without me. So this tells me, my biases are right. I'm identifying the correct way to go. It's just I'm not executing right. I'm not joining. So something I did from the advice of a trading friend who is successful and who is profitable is I refined my entry criteria. I made it more specific and easier to follow. I just made a video of my entry criteria, and so you can see them there. I think that most of that information still holds up and is pretty strong, but definitely check out what I'm putting in. Basically, this is the most important thing, is I had too many setups I was trying to look at, and I should only be looking at my preferred setup, which is just a pullback trade. The reason most traders aren't successful is because they just don't have an edge. This is what Lance Breitstein says. This is what Adam Grimes says. People in retail, they just don't have an edge. And the most important thing is, you're identifying the market maker. You're looking at market structure and the hourly closes and deciding what to do. And that's the most important thing. But beyond that, you have to execute. So let's talk about this trade that I just entered. Looks like it's moving up, but it's still kind of in a micro range at the bottom. I shouldn't have entered. I should have once I identified I wanted to get long, I should have put my entry order where my stop loss order currently is, underneath the last bar, near the bottom of this little micro range. Because, as you'll see, the market comes back down to my stop loss, gets me out, and goes on without me. Now, this trade, is only good for, I think it only went like 8 points in my favor, but it still went in my favor. I mean, RTY didn't have nearly as bad of a decline as the S&P and as bad as the NASDAQ. So yeah, I just got stopped out. As you can see, the S&P is much lower, and it continues to go much lower. So I stopped recording at this point, and this is a screenshot of the whole day. And you can see up at near the very beginning of the 5-minute chart, you can kind of see where my order was. So that basically concludes this video. I'm going to keep this one short. Going forward, I'm going to be much more precise with my entries. I'm going to only focus on a couple setups. I'm going to focus on breakouts, but my main thing is just pullbacks. So if I miss the breakout, it's fine, because on a day like today, there's other chances to get in. Looking at the hourly chart, it spiked up. The 7 a.m. bar, it spiked up. It came down. We should be thinking bearish. Looking at the 30-minute chart, same deal. Then we want to iron it. We want to come into the 15-minute and the 5-minute chart, because that's where we actually enter. 15-minute chart had that doji up. Then it had a doji down. That could have been a time we got short and put the stop loss above that doji. The next bar on the 15-minute chart in the bottom left, it was more of a push down. It broke below and was a doji. And this is when we had our pullback. On the 5-minute chart, if we look at the first hour, there's 3 bullish bars, the first 2 bars, and then there's a bearish doji, a hammer down, and then there's another doji, and then another bear doji. And at this point, we could have just entered short and put the stop loss above there. But we didn't want to do that, because today was a news day at 8 a.m. We wanted to wait before we took a trade. Then 8 a.m. news hit, and we got that big, we got that larger push down. I think that's like candle number 7. And then we got a pullback bar, which has a wick to the upside. And then we had a very small doji right on the 9 moving average and the 21 moving average. And this is where that's where I entered, and then it went above and I got stopped out. So I should have had my entry above. But then we see it's accepting that lower level. There's another doji, then another bearish doji, then another bearish doji. And at this point, we just want to get short so we could buy the close and put the stop loss above. And if we lose, it's a small loss, and we try again. Because we've identified a bias, a reasonable bias to have, and we should go short. So there's some bar by bar analysis. We need to be more specific. We need to take the clues early. That's a hammer down. That first bar on the hourly, on the 30-minute, on the 15-minute, on the 5-minute. That's confluence. That's bearish signal on all of the above. This is an oops reversal. So it moves up, it gaps up slightly, moves up that way. The market realizes, oh, I don't want to do this. I'm going the other way. So it was consolidating. Yesterday was a doji bar. We had reason to expect it would come back down and test the lows again. I said that in my video yesterday. I predicted today, but I still missed out. And that's been the theme of my trading, and that's what needs to get better. That's how I need to that's what I need to work on to avoid this stuff from happening again. So I know what I have to do. I just have to do it. And I hope in a month from now, my account will be much larger. And I'll be able to point back and say, hey, this is where things changed. It's more than just one specific light bulb moment. I mean, if you've been watching my videos, you know there's been a series of changes that I've looked at making and have been started to implement, but it's hard. Trading's hard. So I just rambled a lot. I said I was going to keep it short. I didn't. That's okay. I've got not very many viewers anyway. And if you are a viewer, I really appreciate you watching. Thank you for your support. Please comment and like. And I will hopefully be better at not rambling so much next time. So, thank you for watching. Good luck trading. I hope you did better than I did. Take care.